I'm gonna go out on some crazy limb here and say that the people watching this video are not dumb. When you see this exclusive amid accusations Cale Layman seeks to set the record straight part 1, your mouth probably watered the same as mine. Cale Layman, the greatest cheater in the history of CrossFit, has broken the silence. Will this indeed set the record straight? Because we heard on Dave's Weekend Review the other day that the investigation about all of this is done. CrossFit's got a history of abiding by the rule book, usually. And unless Cale was to receive money, he didn't need those videos. Technically. It's insane, but technically that's the way it goes. But really what I want to do is go through this article because they broke it down into 2 exclusive pieces. Here we go. Julia Papworth. Oh boy, Julia, you might be in for it. In 8 years when I get out of the army and someone Googles my name, the first thing they will say, he was the biggest cheater in CrossFit. I'm gonna break it to you guys. We're gonna go through a whole bunch of words here, and the whole reason that we're here is because he completely pooped the bed at CrossFit Mayhem Classic. The Invitational? Whatever the first sanctional in-person qualifying event of the year was. Remember that video where I was sitting in this chair and then I went and I did that workout? I could probably repeat the time. I really don't want to repeat the time. I kid you not. I just ate a bunch of broccoli. I probably have broccoli belly. But you know what? Absolutely screw it. This was not in the plans. You know, no warm up. Here we go again. Oh no. We do this workout in honor of Cale. I'm not even wearing shoes. I'm gonna turn on some music. How about that? It's 30, 30, 30, right? So the fact of the matter is, it's that easy to do something and prove that you can do it. I offered you $2,500 combined with Grant, keeping it real. You can have the whole pot of whatever that video made. I'm sure it's absolutely killing because it's almost had 200,000 views at this point. That video has made at this point $1,040. Wow. You can have it all. I think I offered you another $1,000. Grant offered me, so it's $2,800 to match your 25.3 video. Not match it, but come within a minute of it. So it'll go 11 minutes because you're during the open at 9 something. 9:55. Damn, I ripped my hand. When he left Mayhem at the end of the weekend, he felt exhausted, but he and his coach still felt optimistic. I have official word from HWPO. He has 0 affiliation with them, so I wonder who that coach is. That shirt that he was donning at the competition with the big old bull antlers on it, what coach felt optimistic for you, Cale? You learned a lot? That you can't run through the CrossFit Open with fake scores and show up to an in-person qualification and expect to not look like a freaking moron? It was a rough couple of weeks, and everyone seemed to have a way to solve it, but it was always putting their platform first, and I didn't trust any of these people, he said. You know what? You know what? Is it putting my platform first to offer you $2,500 of my own freaking money, Cale? Are you a moron? Oh, you are a moron, because you think that this is your best course of action. I'm done being nice to Cale. How can you be a military man and have this be your modus operandi? This is what you're gonna be. People are gonna be making fun of. You're supposed to be like a captain, a commander over from West Point. Are you kidding me? You couldn't command a flock of geese. I was gonna go do a video with Cale. Cale told me that in order to do the video, I would not be able to talk about the rhabdo that he got, I guess, at the Mayhem Classic. How do you get rhabdo at the Mayhem Classic? Probably because you don't have the requisite volume to do that number of GHD subs. Probably because you aren't as fit as you claim to be. I was gonna go make the video and then he put handcuffs on me. I don't like having handcuffs put on me. I'll do the video. I had a phone call with Cale, which is far more than I've done for any other athlete. Dave Hippensteel, freaking Fisagafi this past weekend. I basically show up at their freaking houses and they just trust me to go about it as I will. But no, for Cale, I took a phone call. Okay, yeah, I guess we won't talk about the rhabdo. I understand. Whatever, I just want to hear your side of the story. I think people will really like to hear it. Cool, I'll show up in a week or 2. Then he wants to talk to me again about the video. I don't play baseball. You don't get 3 strikes. He didn't even know he got 1 strike, but I gave him a strike. I was gonna show up after he said no rhabdo talk. I'm like, the only video I have interest in would be the one where you are more transparent about everything and you admit that you cheated, because at this point there is nothing to prove otherwise. I would totally make that video and would do so ASAP. Just let me know. I am Andrew Hiller. I am the freaking Batman. I'm not coming out to Cale freaking Layman to clear his name if he isn't truly, honestly, freaking innocent. Grant Kipping It Real has gone at length talking about this Johnston character. Skylar Johnson, the one who doesn't even live in the same state that Cale was doing these workouts in. That's the registered judge. The one that supposedly showed up with him on 3 separate weeks. Doesn't even live in the state. Whatever her name is, Julia Papworth, didn't feel like showing any sort of evidence of this character's words. Skylar Johnston. The second article is where it kind of gets even more insane. We're just going to talk about that one. Totally his mistake that he should have 100% had filmed the workouts. He explained that he had won money in an online challenge previously, but was later reprimanded for trying to make money online. Huh? Why is this the first time that I'm ever hearing of it? You know, I've actually spoken to a couple of people in the forces, and they've said that this is complete hogwash. This is false. This is made up. And if it is true, and you want us to believe it, Cale, or Julia Papworth, present a source. We're not just gonna take your word for it, because when I talk to people in the military, they're like, yeah, this is completely not true. It's his butt-around way of trying to say, no, I don't need to make a video. There are people who finish 50,000th in the world in the open and have their videos. What did you want, Cale? Because there was the potential that you were going to finish in the top 4, in the top 3, you were gonna get money, and then they were gonna ask for your video anyway. You wanted to be like last year's version of what's her face? The chick who missed an entire round on the deadlift row double under workout. It's like Claw. Emily Claw, is that right? Couldn't provide the footage because the cloud service on the security camera only goes back 30 days. However, Layman used Google Maps, which includes a time frame feature that tracks location history and when enabled and regularly saves the device's precise location.
Oh well.
Like Skylar Johnston's anecdote, if there are images and screen grabs of it, post them on your website. You have the technology. You can show us these things. You don't have to show us. Remember, all you gotta do is do the workout and you'll make some money in the meantime. But is that an online money competition? Are you going to try to make that sort of a freaking claim against it? There has been so much stuff said that is blatantly not true. I didn't cheat in the open. Skylar Johnston is a real person. Just because you're saying he's real doesn't mean he was there. And you wanna know what's even better about Cale?
Nothing!
If you guys only knew what I knew and had spoken to who I have spoken to, God, I'm no better than Cale at this point into Skylar Johnston's, but you're gonna have to take my word for it, because I got a good history of this sort of stuff. The stuff you hear from one person does not match up with the stuff you hear from another person. At the end of the day, he's always on leave. Oh, sorry, I was hanging out in the woods with the bears. I couldn't pick up my cell phone.
Why not?
But he's texting his side chick over here. So why is it that he can talk to his side chick but not his team members? Why can't he get back to this competition but he's talking to some person he's trying to get sponsor him on Instagram? Hey, I really like your beverages. Can you get me a freaking beverage sponsorship? I finished 6th in the open. Real, factual stuff. But the stuff that he's committed to that require his actual levels of fitness, like the competitions he needs to show up to and the teams that he says he's showing up for, he leaves him hanging high and dry. And this is a military man. He's supposed to lead the freaking United States government. Army, military, Navy, SEALs. None of your training stuff is legitimate. Have you seen what the Liver King is doing?
Oh my god.
You can live stream all of it. Hey, Andrew Hiller here with Skylar Johnston. Are you real, Skylar? Yeah, I'm real. Hey, Cale Layman here with my GPS coordinates of these things that I made up and pulled out of my butt. You see them right here? It is awful. It's just feeling like a dark cloud that follows you around all the time. No matter what you do, you can't escape it. I even tried to delete my Instagram, not because I'm guilty as all sin, but because I can't take this burden. Oh my god. I'm supposed to be a West Point graduate, but I can't deal with the bullies of Andrew Hillerisms on the internet. Oh boy. This is taking a toll and made me question whether I still want to be part of the CrossFit community. When you get dogged in the comments and you do is under a microscope, and the community that's supposed to be so good at holding people together is just tearing people apart. Why would I go step out on that competition floor ever again? Not little old me. Did I say little? I didn't mean to say little, Cale. I would have had to have said little if you just gave me the freaking workout video under 11 minutes. Did you see I offered it to you at 12 minutes for $500? 12 minutes at $500, 11 minutes at $2,700. The choice is yours. This is like a game of Saw.
Let the game begin.
May the games begin. I never planned to go full-time CrossFit. Tell that to the sponsors that you were trying to reach out to fund your endeavors. The Mountain Dew freaking reels you tried to make, you weirdo. Does Cale Layman still enjoy CrossFit? No, I really don't. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say he never enjoyed it in the first place. Because we got people who are now telling us that he's been cheating since the first time they ever laid eyes on him. Freaking 27 second PR? Are you kidding me, Cale? Would you finish this in, Cale? Cale's still going at 6:49. I just did it in 6:08 or something like that. Cale, there is a reason that everybody's talking about you behind your back. And it starts with you, the liar and the cheater. Because I was good at CrossFit in 2021. I started making full-time YouTube videos in 2022. I work out maybe 3 days a week. And I have now beaten you twice on the Mayhem Classic finale workout. Twice! Nobody makes me bleed my own blood, Cale. My freaking hands hurt. Oh look, Cale's still doing 25.3.